Aidan White is the founder of Ethical Journalism Network and the former General Secretary of the International Federation of Journalists, and he joins us live via Skype from London. Hi, Aidan. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah.
And I must say, happy World Press Freedom Day to you.
Well, thank you very much indeed.
Today, Go ahead.
Let me say it's an important day because today we celebrate good journalism and we celebrate the importance of journalism around the world. But it's not easy for many journalists because we know that there are many governments put pressure on journalists and they try to stop journalists from telling very often truthful stories which are important for the public to know, but which very often governments don't want heard. So there are many situations where journalists, just for doing their job, are prosecuted or put in jail. Today, there are more than 250 journalists around the world in jail for doing their job. And during the year, we have lots of pressure on journalists to try to impose censorship, not just from governments, but from criminals, from people with a sort of particular self-interest. And so therefore, today is an important day to celebrate good journalism and the importance of good journalism. I should say that because of the pandemic, I think the public have understood why it is really important to have freedom of the press and free journalism. During an emergency crisis, this is a time when people want access to accurate, responsible and truthful journalism. They do not want rumor, speculation and fake news. And so I think we've found over the past couple of months right around the world that journalism has become a very, very important, perhaps the most important, independent stream of information for the public at large. So Absolutely. It is an important day. But I should also say one worrying factor is that in some governments have used the pandemic as a pretext for imposing new restrictions on the media, and that is very worrying.
I'm so sorry to cut you short, Aidan, but my question to you would be, today we mark World Press Freedom Day amidst where the digital and technology have taken over the traditional media. What's your opinion on this apparent perceived media freedom where everyone is a reporter, especially during the pandemic?
I think the most important thing to bear in mind is that technology has created a cultural revolution whereby people can communicate with each other very easily and get access to information. But the problem is technology has also created a greater capacity for people to use information for abusive purposes. So we have more fake news, we have more rumor, we have more speculation, and very often the public doesn't know what to believe. And that's why journalism is really important, because journalists are bound by the codes and rules of their profession. They have to tell the truth, they have to be accurate, they have to be independent, they have to show humanity, they have to be impartial. And it's these, this code, these values which make journalism important. So although the technology has changed the way we use and receive information, what has not changed is the need to have access to truthful and accurate and ethical content, and journalists provide that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Aidan White, for speaking to us tonight.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.